I have this. I bought this thing from Lush. It's like this hair moisturizer because I've always struggled with
Like a dry,
flakes. Yeah, like a dry
oh,
scalp, and that would give me a lot of
like
flakes.
dandruff or dry scalp. Is that the same
I
thing?
think it's the same thing.
Okay.
Since like high school, basically, I've
Oh,
always dealt
really?
with it, especially close to winter because it gets really dry in the house because of the heat.
Yeah.
So I was like, today's the year I kind of like take initiative and like do something about it.
Yeah.
So I bought like this hair moisturizer. It's supposed to help. I don't know.
Oh, do you feel like it's helping?
Yeah, my hair feels a lot better.
Oh, nice, nice.
But I'm not sure if it's like affecting my scalp. I'm sure it is though.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, so remember how back in this was like seventh, eighth grade, and at Zoomies and like Hot Topic, they used to sell like the YMCMB bracelets and like the YOLO ones.
Yeah.
So I went to Hot Topic, like with like my $20 my parents gave me and shit. And I got two of them. I think one of them was
Damn,
YMCMB.
them bitches are
Yeah,
expensive.
it was like $8.
My God.
I got a YMCMB one, and I think I got a Drake one. And it's just like DR, like by it's like separated by commas and shit, not commas, fucking periods.
Periods.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And-
Drake?
So I got two of them, and I remember wearing them. I think this was like for the class picture. We were all sitting in the gym, and the girl next to me, I think her name was Ebony. She was like, "Oh, what are those?" And I was telling her, I was just showing her like, "Oh, it's like Young Money for the green one. It has like green and yellow letters." And she's like, "Oh, that's for girls." Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, that's for girls."
Damn.
And I'm like, "Oh."
Why'd you have to do you like that? Oh my God.
She's been a
Were you
hater,
hurt?
bro. Nah, a little bit. I didn't know how to fucking react. I was like, that's all she said, and then she looked away. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
And then you took the picture and you were just like sad.
Sube el volumen.
Hautbox.
Tiene algo enorme para ti.
Si te ofrecen droga, te van a decir que se siente bien padre, que te vas a reír.
Oh, I was gonna ask you something. Oh, did you keep wearing them after that?
Probably for a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, eventually I just stopped wearing it little by little.
Damn. But did you stop wearing them just because you were like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop wearing them, or because she said that they were for girls?
Nah, I think like that was like that trend of those bands was just like running out. Like
Yeah.
people just weren't wearing them anymore.
Damn.
So I was like, yeah, okay. Kind of just gonna put them away now. Because that was seventh grade when that happened, and like by then in eighth grade, I was okay.
Did you guys go through like silly bands?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I loved silly bands. Dude, stop. Mine were the fucking coolest. I would know some people that would have like some kids that would just wear like crazy outrageous ones, whatever. But like crazy outrageous as in like the patterns and stuff that they would make with
Yeah.
them, which was really cool. But I had a shit ton. And they at first, remember how they were very expensive because they were kind of like the only of its kind.
It was like you buy them in a pack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there would only be like 5 of them, like in a pack. But, as they started getting more popular, they started getting more generic, right? So they would sell them at like the dollar store. So when we would go to the dollar store, my family and I would beg my dad for these silly bands because I didn't have whatever specific animal pack or whatever the fuck it was that I've had before. So whatever, we would go, I would get some. And my design every single day for school would be like, and I only bought very specific ones, but more for the color because I would only get more of like the neon-y ones.
Oh really? I can see you more with like pink or purple. Like kind of just you stick into like one color palette.
No, this was like the entire rainbow. Like it was neon rainbow and it was like all the way up my arm. It was, dude, I was the fucking sickest. No one could tell me shit. I remember like trading one and it was like, I traded one because I really wanted that person's like I think it was like a blue elephant. And I was like, oh, that was just so cute. And it would go perfect. And
Was it hard to find a lot of them?
Well, like I was saying, the like nice, like actual expensive ones, they would sell them at like Walmart and stuff. So
Damn, they were
yeah.
bougie.
So some
Fuck.
people like would actually go, like the widows, you know. I think I traded it with some white girl. And I was like, fuck yeah.
But imagine the YouTube videos that have come out because of the silly bands. Like there's probably like fucking like it's just a shit ton of old ones that people have all forgotten about. Just like showing off all the different ones. Damn.
Dude, yeah. They're pretty fun. Bring them back. I think it'd be cute.
I never wore them to be honest.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think probably like the girl I was talking to at the time. I probably wore like hers, and that was it.
Damn.
And then we were done. I just just fucking ripped that shit off.
Oh, do you remember? And I think this was before our time because growing up, I didn't see like any of this being used. I guess like the plain. They weren't rubber bands, like the bracelets. They're almost like a rubber, very thin, rounded, like corners and stuff.
No, I don't know.
It's literally like it's like a piece of rubber, like around. I
It's
don't
like a
know.
square? You said rounded
No.
corners? It's a circle.
Yeah, but like it's how do I say it? Like this all around.
Okay.
But it's like very thin, and there was only like a couple colors, like red and black and white and like blue, very
Nah,
generic
dude.
colors. They're very old school. Whatever. The whole thing was that certain colors meant certain things, and if you had one, like that meant that whatever. So I think like a red was like you weren't a virgin or some shit. It was like
This
some
sounds. I feel like I've seen this on TV.
yeah, but it's like really old school. So that's I feel like when we started wearing silly bands, the older people, the adults, kind of weren't fucking with the idea because they're like, oh my gosh, they're having their little like coated bracelets or whatever. But yeah.
So what? They started like banning them at school.
No, but like those ones I remember would get banned, like the old school ones when like those people were in school.
Okay. How's camping?
It was
Your
pretty
first
fun.
camping trip.
It was very cool. I really enjoyed it, and I don't know what I expect. I didn't expect that to be the experience, but it was still like I would say it was like better. It like exceeded my expectation. I just had like a different idea of it, like are we just sitting around the campfire and like because I thought of like fuck, what am I gonna do, you know? But no, we did a shit ton of stuff, so it was pretty cool.
Did they have the bathrooms like I told you, like the concrete bathrooms and shit?
Yeah, but they weren't bad. They were very clean.
So
I
what
was
did
like
you
up
then?
in Wisconsin.
Like there's just like a bunch of trails to do, or like what did you do?
I mean, like we walked around and stuff, which was pretty cool. But I think just being together and like socializing was probably the more fun part.
It'd be nice. Would you ever go camping with strangers?
No, I'd be too. The other day, I was like, I have this irrational feel that I feel like someone's always gonna come and kill me. You're over here. Would you go with strangers? No, they would probably kill me.
You seem like someone who would. Like I would think you would.
Go
Like
by
if someone was
myself
like,
or
yo,
with strangers.
yeah, like, even if it was like just one friend and they were like, hey, do you want to go camping with me and my friends? And it's like 6 new people and like that's the only
See, I
friend
thought you meant like strangers, like on some fucking like travel group shit or whatever.
Right. Oh, like, you can never say like a hostel.
No, that's spooky. Have you seen the Hostel movie?
No.
I'm just kidding. No, you know how like RMU had that hostel in the back?
That was so weird, wasn't
I
it?
wonder if it's still active, like
It
if it's
is.
still up. Is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I went to, what's the place called? Cafecito? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fire.
De Chivito. Ooh, every morning.
But I would always get the like the chicken arugula. Very
That's
good.
fire. But yeah, I always thought that hostel was really weird right there. I was like,
And
I
I
don't
always
know.
feel like, and I don't know how, but the people from RMU would know a lot of the people from the hostel, and they would hang out and stuff, and they'd be at like the functions. Like, oh, we're staying at the hostel. They're like, what? That's crazy.
That's sick. I think I could do it.
Stay at a hostel?
Yeah. I think it'd be fine. I wouldn't bring much with me though. I'd only bring what I'm prepared to lose, in case that happens.
I
'cause
like
you
that.
never know.
I like that. That's how I am like about traveling. Like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna bring stuff that if I had to throw away or give up, it would be fine. You know?
Yep. I honestly don't know how I got through Mexico and Guatemala with just one book bag. That shit was crazy. I had like 2 shirts with me and just like cycling them out. And like, no, I had like 4 actually. I was
Dang,
doing
so when you're
laundry and
over
shit.
there, like when you were, so this is what we do. We go and we wash all our clothes there. Did you have to wash all your clothes there?
Yeah, I washed them
Yeah.
before I left. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think for whenever we go to like my dad's house or whatever, we have like a specific day that we do all the laundry and like we have to do it by hand.
Fuck.
So we always like wash by hand and stuff, which is fine because I really do feel like the clothes get like like way cleaner
Really?
than in a machine. Yeah. And
How'd you guys do it though?
we have a lavadero. So it's like the big pila and then the part that has like the rough edges on it, and then we just like
Also, it's like what you see in like movies and shit. How they have like if they're cleaning them in the river, like that, like that machine kind of thing. You know
it's
what I'm
like
talking about?
yeah, but like it's actually like built like out of concrete.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's its own how do I say it?
Amenity, like in the house, is just like part of the house.
Yeah, it's just like part of the house. But we have one of those, and also I think it gets cleaner because they use a lot of like powdered soap, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it's not like liquid. I feel like that soap gets shit cleaner.
I was at breakfast with my mom on Sunday.
I like that you go to breakfast with your mom.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good time. We went to breakfast, and the waitress, we go to that restaurant pretty often, to where we would just recognize people there who work
here?
there. What's up?
Is it here? La Catedral?
No, at well, there too. It's called Looms. They have really good skillets. Skillets.
Skrillex?
Skillets. I said Skrillex too. No, but skillets. And so the waitress who was taking our order, we just haven't recognized her. And I told my mom, I was like, oh, she's probably new. And so I asked her if she just started working. She was like, yeah, maybe like about like 2 weeks ago. And like this, bro, the waitress just started like, she just like started like complimenting my mom about like everything, about her hair, about like her microblading, about like everything. It was just like a little odd. It was like a little too pushy. Not gonna lie, I don't know. It was weird. And then she asked us like, I feel like there should be like a designated time between asking your table how are you guys doing after asking how are you guys doing. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So like 10 minutes is cool. You know, you didn't eat your food. You know, no space. But this lady was coming like every 2 minutes, bro, and like yeah, to the point where like you just kept like interrupting the conversation. I don't know. It just seemed a little like pushy. Maybe because she's new. Maybe she's learning. So,
Maybe.
but I don't know.
Like it might have been her like first serving job. So I don't know, but also like you've dined at a restaurant before. Like you kind of know how serving is kind of supposed to be like, right?
And how often you want to be asked, like how are you
Right.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But-
know.
Either way, she was really nice. Either way, but during breakfast, I was talking to my mom about how, like, if aliens came right now to pick me up, like, I would go with them. And she's like, "Estás loco? Like, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "Well, you do believe in aliens, right?" And she was like, I don't know, maybe it's possible.
She believes in God, our Lord Savior.
We're gonna get to that conversation afterwards. But I was like, you have to think about our universe is literally a grain of sand on an entire fucking beach of other universes. And I was trying to explain like this whole concept to her, like there's just so much out there, and like why wouldn't you want to go see it? Like shit that's just like unbelievably crazy. And we started talking about the Bermuda Triangle. You know, I was like, well, that's definitely
it's pretty
something that I
spooky.
want to fly over.
You want to go see?
Yeah.
You want to go look? Go ahead.
But this is definitely like on my bucket list, is to fly over the Bermuda Triangle. I think it'd be cool.
That's really spooky.
Dude, it'd be raw as fuck. How many people can actually say that?
But like, That means taking certain flights.
No, like I'm gonna fly over it. Like I'm working on my license and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna fly.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you.
I think I'll be fine. You know how close the Bermuda Triangle is to us? It's like right next to fucking Florida.
Yeah.
It's right there. That's crazy.
Take a little submarine.
That would be cool. I'd pay a lot of money for that. Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if they have tours.
Dude, I haven't even looked into that. That would be sick. Wow.
You know what I always thought was really, really interesting? The Titanic. Like, if I, in my lifetime, were to get a chance to, like, the chance to tour it, you know,
Like in
I
a
would definitely do
submarine?
it. Yeah.
That would be
I would definitely
sick,
do
yeah.
it. I think that's so cool.
What if you got the chance to like actually swim through it and shit too? Would you?
Yeah. I would. Dude, that would be like so once in a lifetime. But I really don't think that's possible anymore. I think they might have stopped doing them because it's kind of disrespectful, but I don't know.
They were doing tours?
I feel like people could go out there and like
Really?
see. But I don't know though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just leave it alone now, you know?
You believe the Titanic actually got hit by an iceberg?
I don't know. I think it's been overlooked also because result of like the movie and stuff like that. I think that's a big part of why it's now overlooked. But I do feel like that event was so big and there was very important people on this boat ride that it might have been like planned or something. You know? But
Have you seen the list of people who pulled off the boat before it took off?
no, but I'm sure like certain people didn't go. You know,
Fucking the guy who found Wells Fargo. I'm guessing his name is Wells Fargo. He didn't. He hopped off right before.
really, damn.
That shit's crazy.
That's
But
what
yeah.
I feel like.
I'm hoping that when I do fly over, I just see like there's pictures of like octopus tentacles and shit, like big ass ones, just grabbing these planes and like bringing them under. I hope that's what I see. Just like a bunch of fucking tentacles like just like flying out the ocean.
One then one grabs you, one snatches you, and you're
Fuck
never
it.
seen again.
Fuck it. What if they're actually trying to save us though? Like we're trying to grab all these people who cross this area right here, and then we're gonna take them to a better place.
Wow. So you're one of the many few, is what you're saying. You're the chosen one. The Messiah. Ooh, that would be a good title.
The Messiah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that would be a
write
good
it
one.
down, write it down, bitch.
I remember it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, it's a good one. I remember it.
Oh, did you hear that? I cracked my whole chest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to hear it.
You gotta like move your head forward a little bit, but like then put your shoulders like down. Like really move them like down. It feels really good. Like when you sit in a chair for too long. Or like you're always like this, like your head is always like looking down. But mine happens like now whenever, and it feels good.
Maybe only you could do it because your ribs are like open and shit.
Thank you. Anyways. I don't even know if you know who this person is or like this like group or whatever. But for the people that do know, I know will appreciate the story. So we were camping, right? And it was the second night that we were there. And I was chilling there. I was smoking. And we're around the campfire. And we have a little speaker, right? So we're trying to put music on, but I didn't want to put my music and have it not be like to the taste of everyone. And especially because my friend's parents were like, they're Hispanic, right? And I didn't want to put on some like shit, right? So whatever. I ask my friend's mom, hey, do you want to listen to music? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, like what music do you like? And she's like, okay, ponle Drake. And I was like, what? What'd you say? And I was like, oh, bet, I got you, right? Because, the new album. And we're chilling there. And after a while, she's kind of like listening in and she's like, what's this? And I was like, oh, it's the new album. Like, you're fucking with it, right? And she was like, no, like, she said, te dije Drake. And I was just like, what? I thought you said Drake. And I'm sitting there in like confusion, like, oh shit.
You were really bobbing your head. You're like, oh, this shit's good, huh?
Yeah, I was like, damn, she's really fucking with it. She was like, what? But yeah. She didn't appreciate the champagne poetry. Then I changed it, so it was fine.
My mom started fucking with Drake when he made the song with Bad Bunny. That's when my mom was like, oh, okay, I like this man. She was like trying to sing his part and shit.
Oh my gosh, tell me why when I told my parents that I was like, Kanye West he's like religious now, he's like a Christian. So his music is like only Christian, if you will. And they're just like, oh really? Good. They're like, oh yeah, but put some Kanye West on. So now they're like, yeah, put some Kanye on because now he's a man of God. So I'm just like, okay.
Did you play it?
Yeah, they'd be like, this is good.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. My mom liked the one with like, I think it was like Travis Scott. But like an older one. Oh, which one was it? Wash Us in the Blood, I think it was.
Blood on the Leaves?
No, it was like the solo he put out.
Oh, I don't know.
Never mind. People will know. When we were camping, we were trying to get into the spooky feeling season, right? So the first night we were there, we were trying to listen to, I wonder if it was a podcast of what my friend was like trying to say, but we ended up, I don't know if it was, it might have been on YouTube. I'm not too sure. But it was this person telling like true like spooky stories from people that like you write in or whatever. And I was a little spooked because I also didn't expect this campsite to be so fucking dark. I was like, they were saying, yeah, it gets like pretty dark out here. Like it gets pitch black at some point. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like the stars will shine on us, whatever the fuck. That bitch was dark. I was pretty spooked. But there was people around us, which made me feel safer than like just camping by ourselves, even if there was no one around us. But there was like occupied campsites kind of like on all sides. And I was like, damn, okay. Like everyone's going camping right now. But we're listening to the spooky story, but I'm not really like feeling the story. And in the end, we were like, okay, let's look for like a real spooky one. And I was like, wait, no, this one was just enough. But it was about some girl running in the forest or whatever. And she like sees a figure. It was very generic. It sounded like maybe like a skinwalker. I'm not too sure, but that was kind of it. And I was like, anticlimactic, but we'll see.
It didn't do the job, though?
No, it did not do the job.
I finally finished Squid Games, by the way. I watched last episode.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Oh, good.
My only regret and suggestion to anyone who hasn't seen it yet is to watch the whole thing in Korean. Because I watched like the first 5 episodes in English.
Why would you do
I know.
that?
I guess like I'm just used to watching the dubbed version of shows.
Oh.
Like, do you remember The Platform?
Everyone's going to bully you for this.
I know. I'm gonna probably have to rewatch it. But do you know The Platform on Netflix?
Yeah.
That one was dubbed really well, and so that
Yeah.
one I didn't mind watching it. So I just figured it was gonna be the same. But yeah, and it's weird because I have the subtitles on too, so I was already reading it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I should have just done that from the beginning. But anyways, that's my only regret, because the last 3 episodes when I watched them in Korean, fire. Like they were just. Yeah. There was a lot more emotion, I guess.
I feel like it's because you're not, I mean, you are paying attention to what is being said, but since it's in a different language, you almost pay attention more to the emotions that are being seen, you know? And I feel like they're just so much more intense.
Right.
So I think that makes it good.
And that's how it felt because with the English dub down, it did feel a little bit comedic, and I was like, ooh, I feel like the show shouldn't be comedic, you know. So,
Yeah.
but it was really fire. I didn't expect that ending, to be honest with you. That show was really sad, but then to find out like this man's the reason why all this shit happens, it's crazy.
Well, that was a little spoiler for those ones that haven't seen it, but it's been out long enough. If you haven't seen it, then that's on you.
Dude, and that doctor. I think this is the doctor.
Scumbag,
Fucking
dude.
bitches, bro. When he did that to
Swear.
Ali, I was like, stop. He gave him the little bag of rocks.
Wait, that was not the doctor?
The one who was like originally in that group. So I guess not the doctor, or maybe the doctor. Was he a doctor too?
I don't think he was a doctor. The doctor was the one that was doing like the surgeries.
Okay, then not the doctor. Then the friend, the one with the glasses, who
Yeah.
did that, who did Ali bogus.
I don't know if this is bogus of me, but I didn't really feel a big attachment to Ali. Really? Like when he died, I was like, okay, well, I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but it was sad nonetheless.
Yeah, he was a bit of a. He was definitely like a side character, but I still had like a.
I had
good
more
connection to him.
of an emotional attachment to the girl that had to die.
And you only saw her ass for like 2 episodes too, right? Yeah. Just because Ali was so nice, that's what did it for me. This man genuinely a good person.
What this did it for me for the girl was that she kept saying like, oh, when we get out of here, like we're gonna do this, and I was like, why would you say this?
I'm trying to think if there was like, I don't know if this is like a big thing. Maybe I'm just assuming here, so definitely correct me if I'm wrong. But so, the whole idea with humans fighting for money, like for their lives, that reminded me of basically Hunger Games and how the original Hunger Games comes from what's the Battle Royale, and I think it's a Chinese movie or a Japanese, one of them. But I was wondering if this was something that's like common in the Asian community. Like if this like stems from like an old idea of like a game people used to play. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I thought it was very similar.
Or maybe they were just the first ones to do it. You know? Because those things do happen.
Right.
And they were brave enough. Ooh.
Do they happen like we have proof of that happening? Or you think it just happens because like
You know
people
this shit
have that
happens.
power? Yeah.
Yes. Definitely.
That's scary. I low-key would still do the games though. I would go on.
You would?
If I was chosen, I think I would.
Damn, you'd have to kill people.
Do you ever have to? I don't think you have to. So this is the whole thing with the guy from Saul, is that he gives people the opportunity to not basically kill themselves. And like that's what makes him like this whole idea just crazy. You know what I mean?
No.
Like they don't see themselves as murderers. They see themselves as saviors.
The people that go into the Saw movies?
The main guy, Jigsaw. He sees himself as like a savior. He's giving people a second chance at life. That's like the way he sees it. So, me playing for myself and like my purposes, would I be considered a murderer if I physically didn't murder anyone?
But like, are we talking about these Squid Games in particular? Because I feel like you would have to kill someone.
In which game would you have to kill someone?
In all of them, I feel like. The marble game?
I can see what you mean, but you aren't physically doing the killing. And I know how this sounds. Like, trust me, I know how this sounds, but if I was put in that situation, I think I'd be able to go through it. I'm gonna be a little fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna come out untouched, but I don't know. I think I'd go pretty far in the games. Because I'd be so determined to get the fuck out of there, obviously. I don't know.
I feel you. I feel you.
But either way, good show.
Good show.
Good show.
People are recommending watching Alice in Borderland. I started it. First episode was a little slow for me, but we're getting there. I'll finish it for sure.
Have you seen? I think they're trying to push Maid right now on Netflix.
No, I haven't seen that.
No, I've heard it's decent.
Should we go into the Discord questions? There's like a lot of them that I feel like we got to answer.
I'm down for some Discord
Okay.
questions.
Let's see. There was a lot, and we tried to pick yes to most of them, so. All right. This first one asks, the real question is apple pie or pumpkin pie? Miley Cyrus gun emoji.
Pumpkin pie for me, definitely.
I would say,
flavored
yeah.
anything, to be honest.
Yeah, pumpkin pie. So good. Next question, but on a more serious note, what's your favorite birthday memory and how old were you? I can do mine. It was my 15. I didn't get a 15, but my parents took me and all my friends out to eat. And we went to Pizza Hut. And it was me and the rest of my like childhood friends. And it was a really good
Aw.
time. Had a lot of fun. It was fun.
Did you get the stuffed crust?
We got a couple of them, I feel like. And they had the salad bar, I'm pretty sure.
Fire.
The salad bar Pizza Huts, I feel like, are very much dying, you know? So when you find one, it's like, ooh, so good.
Those are really old school.
I think they're closed down now, which makes me sad. But yeah.
I'd say like my 21st is probably my most memorable because I spent it with my brothers. They took me to where they take me to
Twisted?
fucking not Twisted, bro. Fucking Studio Paris before it closed down.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
So I went there and I took the biggest fucking shot of Henny. Yeah, I know my dude Jonathan was like went through this huge Henny phase. Well, Jonathan and Pedro Loki went through this huge Henny phase. Maybe
Wait,
they're still
so
in it.
like Jonathan also was there?
Yeah, hit a fake.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Jonathan's always had just a full face of beard, and so he always looked a lot older than what he really is.
Feel you.
But yeah, I said like that was my most memorable birthday. It was a good
Damn,
time.
you were a Henny dude then?
Yeah.
That was toxic, Jason. that was Twitter,
That was
Jason.
Twitter.
Oh my god. Okay. Next question. How did you feel / deal with leaving high school and leaving your old social group?
I really like meeting new people, so leaving my social group wasn't that big of a thing, especially because my social groups have always stayed around with me, and I kind of we all just kind of grow together and then just meet up every once in a while and just keep in touch. So I feel like I was getting a whole nother new group of people to talk to.
Yeah.
So that to me was like something cool to look forward to.
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same. Like I still kept my small friend group from back home because in the end, at the end of high school, I only had that friend group, but I also grew up with them. It was just always been us.
Right.
And like growing up, they kind of went separate ways and stuff, but we did keep in touch and stuff. So I think now, like being in a different environment, it's been pretty hard for me to make friends, but the ones that I do have, I would say they're really good friendships, you know? But because I would rather cultivate a very small group of friends than try to have a bunch like everywhere. You know, I think that also gets stressful for me at least.
It's tiring.
So yeah, I would say everyone's fun. Everyone's here. Okay. Next question. What's a song that sounds 10 times better when high?
I was listening to Work by A$AP Ferg. Did it there?
Oh, I didn't expect that at all.
With the remix.
Mine's gonna be the Jenny 6ix9ine song. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Let's see.
Jackie truly fucks with the song though.
No, why would you say that, bitch? Mine would have to be like a Pierce the Veil song. I think a good one. Selfish Machines is my favorite album of them. It would have to be like probably $1 Million Houses. It's a good one.
I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna save that for when I get back to my car. What did you say it's called?
$1 Million Houses or The Painter. Next question is, have you ever had to end a friendship with someone? If so, why?
Is this the time for your story?
Which one?
You haven't told that story, have you? Or did you say the whole thing already?
I think I told it already.
Yeah?
About the girl and the getting invited or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told it.
Okay.
It was one of the first couple episodes, but I would say that friendship. That one, and it's not like I did feel like it had to end, but I didn't do the ending myself. You know, like things just happened and then it ended. And I was like, okay, well, at least it worked out. I'm having major deja vu right now. It's like tripping me out. Whoa. You know what they say, that if you have deja vu, it means you're on the right path in life.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Isn't that cool? So I'm chilling.
I honestly don't think I've ever like truly ended a friendship for any like big reason besides just like falling apart. Yeah.
I feel you. Okay, next question. How did you decide on your tattoos? Any advice for people considering getting tattoos?
I don't know. I think I really wanted a Day of the Dead theme, and that's kind of what I was gonna base my first sleeve off of. And then with that theme, then I talked to my guy, and I was like, "This is the theme. I trust your style." And then just like, here are little pieces that I would like on it, but like for the most part, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. And so, and yeah, that's how I thought about for mine.
That's pretty cool.
So I know I wanted Day of the Dead, and I was like, okay. Now it's just going forward with it.
You got a general idea what you wanted. I would say it just comes to me when I feel like I want to get something. I'm like, it'll just come to me, and then when it does, I'll just get it. But it's stuff like that. I mean, not all my pieces are like meaningful or have like a background or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like if something is calling, I'll do it, but also I'll do like cool shit, you know, so, some that are like fun.
And it's been going well for you. I just found out about that door, like what that door is on your arm.
No way.
When you were talking to, who were you talking to about that? Someone on TikTok.
Oh, on the
TikTok
live?
Yeah. And I
You
was like,
didn't
what
know
the fuck? I
this?
swear.
Wow. Okay, I have a door for my childhood home. That's crazy.
That's sick.
I feel like everyone asked me about it, and like everyone just knows. Fun. All right. Would you have any advice for people that are considering getting some?
Yeah, shit hurts. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts. So make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you eat a fat ass breakfast or whatever meal you're gonna get. A fat meal with lots of fats and proteins.
Especially if you're like really going in there and trying to get like a big piece, you know?
And then I'd say just stay hydrated for the most part. Oh, and people usually get them like drunk or take painkillers. And,
Yeah,
like,
that's not good.
Like if that's what you want to do, cool. Like, but
I think that's like bad for you because it like thins your blood out. You know?
I've heard that the whole thinning part just messes up like the whole visibility for the person tattooing you. So it's just gonna fuck up the whole piece.
Yeah.
But that'd be my advice. Those 3 things.
Cool. I would say go to a respectable, very well educated tattooer. You know, like don't skimp out on like because this person's way cheaper or whatever. Like if you're gonna get one, like get it done well. you know. Let's see. Next question. What do you think is going to happen with climate change? And do you guys think that it'll be the end of the world? What would you do in that situation?
What would you do?
Hold on, let me read it again. I think we're rapidly declining in climate change. So I don't really know. What I can say is that I will feel the effects. We will feel the effects of climate change, but I don't think we're going to die from it. At least not in this lifetime. You know?
What did you mean by declining?
Declining, like we're going to fucking
Like we're
die.
getting there soon.
Yeah, we're getting
Okay.
there soon. But I don't know if it's going to be in this lifetime. But it's definitely in the next couple 100 years, which is pretty soon, you know?
I went to, I think, the Science and Industry Museum, maybe I think this time last year actually. And they had this one room with a big ass like iceberg. And I think like it felt like real ice. So you could put your hand on there and then over time you could see people's handprints on there because they would like just touch the same handprint. And it would just like cause an indent. So the ice would melt. But they were also showing a film with just how quickly the icebergs have been melting because there's been teams of people filming it for over like 30 years now, and they've had like these cameras set up in these places with icebergs, and how quickly this shit is melting is unbelievable. In 30 years, it's fucking unbelievable. And they're
Wow.
saying, yeah, shit's gonna change real quick, like in the next 40 years or even less. Because obviously it's like only increasingly getting faster, declining, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's scary. I don't know.
What would you do in this situation if it were to just go to shit in our lifetime?
I feel like we would be one of the last people who would be affected by it living in the Midwest. So I wouldn't have to change my lifestyle that much. Maybe, hopefully. But if I guess what I would do, I don't know. What can I do
Pretty
besides
spooky.
just adapt?
Yeah. Kind of like prepare for, I guess, the end. If things were, if things were very rapidly declining, like we're seeing, like the coasts flood, you know, because that's what would happen. And yeah, kind of preparing like
That's scary.
very
Do you think
scary.
you'd make a really good Doomsday Prepper?
No, fuck no. I would forget everything. I forgot a bunch of shit camping. I was like, oh, I didn't know we needed this. But yeah, shit like that. Next question. Have you one day to do, oh, sorry. I did not read that good. You have one day to do whatever you want and wherever you want. What are you doing?
Fuck. I think I'm taking that question as if like what I have. Let's say like next week I had a day off. What would I do? I think I'd go. I'd go skydiving if I was able to. Like if I had
Oh,
enough
that's
time and the
pretty
weather
cool.
was nice. That's what I would do.
Wow.
You?
I'll do it in that same sense if I had a day off. I'd probably go to the park and spend the whole day at the park, but like really come prepared. Like have lunch and
Lunchetta.
dinner, yeah, like ready, kind of like a nice little blanket, some good seating, a fully charged like iPad if I wanted to watch something, and I just get really high. Like very uncomfortably high. That would be really fun. Next question. If you could be any Disney character, who would you be and why? I would be the little chameleon from Tangled. That's who I would be. I forgot his name. I think it starts with like a P or something. Let me look him up.
Ooh, I'd be Kid Tarzan. That
That's
motherfucker
such
had
a
so
you
much
thing.
fun.
Oh, the little chameleon's name is Pascal.
I have yet to see Tangled. Should I watch it?
This little guy. You should. It's fun. He's a cute guy. Okay, next question. I'm going to read the whole paragraph. Okay. I've been catching up on the older episodes and loving all the spooky ones. So in the spirit of Halloweeny, if you had a chance to play with the spirit board / Ouija without repercussions, aka El Cucuy latching on, would you, and who would you contact? Ooh. It said make spooky noises. Okay. If I had no repercussions and this shit, like, I could really talk to the dead, I would do it.
Who would you contact though?
It could be like anyone, like
Yeah,
not
we
even
do
like
anyone.
family.
No, we can do anyone.
Ooh, like Princess Diana,
That's a good one.
right? That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
That's a real good one. Dude, I'd say Tupac. You know why?
I was gonna
You
say
know why?
Tupac, but I'm like, no, I gotta pick a stronger one.
Because only two things will happen. Either he will answer or he wouldn't answer. If he wouldn't answer, that means he's still alive. Bro, I 100%. You know how many Tupac conspiracy theories that I've looked into like when I was like, I don't know, such when I was like fucking 14 or 15. I was like, no, like this man is definitely still alive. And I was like looking at all these videos, all this like evidence and shit that he's still alive. But no, it just seems a little
off.
It just seems a little off, yeah. Because he was reading the last book he read, I think, in prison was about this, I think, Italian dude from the Renaissance, and his book was basically on how he faked his death to get away from his enemies, and so there's just like a bunch of little clues here and there to say that he faked his death.
Interesting.
But
I
that's
like this. Send me some links to this. I want to be bamboozled. All right. Next question. Thoughts on the Jenny 69 song?
We gotta
Just
play
say
it.
you like it, bro. We're not going to play.
It's your ringtone already.
Oh, ew. No, I put it as your ringtone, so every time you call, I hear it. Next question. What helped you guys get through school?
I'm guessing college, right?
I would say college.
Dude, what helped you get through? Because you finished and like you have your degree. Like mine was like, fuck
I know,
this,
but
I'm
like
tired
every
of
single
this.
time you saw me, I was miserable.
Fuck.
I would say, honestly, I would say what helped me get through it was having jobs, like working. Because if I didn't, I don't know what I would do. I'd be like even more depressed. But yeah, because
Just getting out the house, you
it
mean?
would like force me to like get out the house and make money. So it was a win-win. And that's how I made some of my friends, you know? What would you say?
While I was there, I mean, a huge part of me, I guess, feeling scared to not even finish was because of my parents. So I said because of my parents. I basically just want to make them proud. Like, make sure that, that they don't feel like they wasted their time.
I feel you. Next question. This one says, where is your intro from? The radio announcer voice and the kids singing around is pretty cool. Would totally watch it. If it was from a movie or a TV show. Saludos from LA. Hello, LA. The intro is like pieced together from a lot of old school TV commercials from the 80s in Mexico. Even the old intro was too. Oh wait, no. They weren't from Mexico, but they were from here. From the last intro. So if you guys are still listening to the early episodes of the pod, which is like season 1, you guys will hear the older intro, and that was also like anti-drug commercials from like the 70s, the 80s. And it was a montage of them, so there's a couple of them in there. And the new ones, we thought it'd be cool if we looked for the same theme, I guess if you will, but in Spanish. But those were they were either just regular commercials or also like the anti-drug ones.
Right.
They're pretty cool. I like them.
What do we do next?
I don't know.
We do the English and Spanish. Like, what's next?
Damn, we start singing.
Oh,
we put a
shit.
song out.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
shit. No,
We
just kidding.
collab with Jenny 69.
Ew. Okay, next question. What are your interpretations of good and bad? Is it constructed by humans? Can gods and higher beings have different morals?
I feel like you have somewhat of an idea of what good and bad is because when we were answering the sicko or sick fuck question, and I was like, "Fuck, well, which one is like worse?" And you're like, "There's not necessarily like a good or bad.
It
Like,
just is.
You just is, right?
You just are.
You just it just is, yeah.
No, I get you. So it's like I would say it's like pretty hard to interpret, you know, but I think society has put very early on like this moral compass for everyone to kind of, and looking towards it, it's such a wide spectrum of like good and bad. So when I'll give the example of like BoJack, and I know you haven't really like watched it for those that have. Same with like Dave. Like you really enjoy these characters, but also like they're terrible people, but they're also like very well liked characters. So it just like goes to show that there's like this huge spectrum of like, is this person a bad person or a good person? But they're both, you know, they're just complex. But good shit, good shows. You should watch them. Next question. How are you guys genuinely doing? Oh, me starts crying. Just kidding.
I'm doing pretty decent right now. I'm in like this weird adjustment period between work and everything and trying to get like my schedule on track again. But for the most part, I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
It's good.
You?
I would say good. I feel right now like there's not a huge shift in things. I would say right now is a very steady period in my life, you know? But I have had a lot of people ask us if we do podcasting full time. And I would say, I would always reply and be like, no, like the pod I feel like is a very small part of like our lives and stuff. But
even though it feels like it's so big.
yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it's because we've created this big universe of it.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? I think that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Next question. Favorite scary movie or movie that freaked you out the most?
I'm pretty sure I talked about it before, but
I think we've replied to this question before. If you just want to like touch base again on it. Sorry, I can't even talk.
You've been talking shit to me. Your ass can't even talk. I always forget the name of it, but like the little girl is like dragging her hand across the wall and it's like blood.
Oh,
There we
Sinister.
go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sinister,
yeah.
Definitely gets me.
Yeah, I've said mine. Mine's Lights Out.
Yeah, I remember now.
And people are going to clown me. They're like, oh, it's not really that scary. Like, it's not, but like, it really is. It's really spooky to me. Next question. Using the pod as a platform for more audiences, would you guys like to move on to other endeavors relating to your hobby/skills or just keep evolving with the pod?
So I was thinking about this today actually, and I feel like I'm evolving with the pod instead of making the pod how can I say this? I feel
You're
like I'm
hiding the
more-
world from your girl, but the girl from your world. Never mind.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, literally that's like the best way you can put it. Because I want the pod, like you said, to be the one factor of my life, not the whole thing. So like feel like I'm evolving with it, but not really diving deep into like more, I guess, endeavors with the pod. Like we definitely have plans for the future and like we wanna do different creative things. But the pod might just like always stay the pod, just like a much better version of the pod later on. Does that make sense?
Hold up, you're losing me.
like what we're always going to be evolving the podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Like either new equipment, new conversations, new guests, whatever it is. Set everything. It's just
Yeah.
gonna keep evolving and evolving. Like
Right.
you and I are individually away from the podcast.
Yeah.
Like you and I are gonna be growing in life and doing much different things than we are now in like 5 years, even if this pod is still a thing in 5 years. But we're gonna have more new conversations to talk about because we're doing so many new things.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if 5 years from now we are still doing the pod?
That'd be sick.
And then people go back and listen to the first ones? So ass.
Shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
No, but I like that. I like that though. I like your explanation. I agree. Okay, this is the last question. It's from Daniela. What's the biggest thing you've learned so far in adulthood?
I want to say that the biggest thing I've learned is probably that time goes by really quickly, especially when you're working every single day.
Yeah, I like that.
It goes by really quickly. I feel like the last time I can sit down and breathe, it was like 5 years ago when I was still in college, and I was like, okay, school is not really taking up that much of my time because our days were only 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And I would have gaps and like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like I had a lot of time to just like sit down and like go to the park and like just enjoy the whole day downtown or whatever. And I haven't had that in a long time. Besides on the weekends, obviously, but yeah, now I'm 25 and I was fucking 20. You know what I mean? So time goes by really quickly.
You're 24.
Yeah, I'm turning 25.
Oh,
So
birthday coming up. Birthday coming up. I would say my lesson, or like what I've learned so far in adulthood, is that like health is probably the most valuable thing you have.
that's a good one.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's something that I feel like I like right now that I'm cherishing, you know, and like realizing that health is extremely important because I know adults now, like way older adults, they just never like had that like mentality, and now they're suffering from like a bunch of shit. And I'm just like, well, it's good that I know now to be prepared for like different stuff.
Right.
You know? I would say that. Okay, so we're done with the questions now, and we are going to get to our giveaway section of the pod. So we have a custom little, what would you even call it?
It's
Custom
like
model.
Yeah, mini model.
Mini model recreation of the set here, and you guys will be able to see it on the Instagram. We are going to be posting about it, and the way you're going to be able to enter the giveaway is to subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment on the video. So this one's going to come out when it comes out, I guess,
The
on
7th?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only going to be open for a week. If you guys go on the YouTube channel for your entry, you're going to comment, what is your favorite scary movie? And we are going to open up a second round of second entries. If you guys want to get a double entry, you're going to be able to go on the Discord if you're not already a part of it. And we're going to see if you guys are signing up for your second entry.
Yeah, we're
or
going to
whatever.
create like a channel. So you're going to see the name that says like second entry, and then you just click in there and you just leave your second entry.
Yeah, because we're trying to grow the Discord a bit more. We have a good amount of people in there. And yeah.
We think you guys really fuck with it.
Yeah, you guys will be able to see it. But I'm really excited. It's only going to be up for a week, and it's going to close on October, would you say 14th?
14th, yeah.
14th. Cool. All right, guys. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.